What is up, Panther Nation, Pantherologists? Welcome back to yet another edition of Pantherology. Welcome to today's live stream. Thank God it's Friday and it's Labor Day weekend, so it's going to be nice to have a nice little 4-day weekend, 3-day weekend. I know I'm going to enjoy it. Going to be watching a lot of college football. Definitely going to be tuning into my Gamecocks playing in Charlotte. I wish I was going to the game. But it's all good. I'm just going to watch it with some friends, going to go to cookout and stuff like that. So I'm hoping y'all enjoy and take advantage of this nice long weekend and all that. Again, just make sure you pound the like button. That's it. Pound it like it owes you money. You know what I mean? It helps the algorithm get out there to other maybe Carolina Panthers fans that aren't, familiar with me or familiar with my show. And I would love for us to continue to grow this community and continue to bring content to, for you guys. So I would appreciate it. So everybody that's tuning in, make sure you pound the like button. Feel free to get in the comment section. Love to hear y'all's thoughts. So make sure you get in the comment section. It's the chat there is for you. Share the live. That also goes a long way. That also helps out as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm live every single day, sometimes twice a day, but I'm at least live once a day, bringing content every single day, Monday through Friday, and even sometime on the weekends. Sometimes, but once the season starts, I will be doing a lot more live streams during the games. I'll be doing a lot of live reaction games and kind of doing like a play-by-play once the season starts. So make sure you're tuning that in every Sunday. I will be watching it. Also, make sure that you check out the betusa.com. That's a sponsorship of today's video. Y'all know what to do. Sign up for free today. You get that 125% bonus. So yeah, feel free to join the Discord. The Discord is in the chat. I'll go ahead and add that into the chat right now. So you can feel free to join the Discord if you like. It's just a good way for you to obviously connect with me on a personal level. And then, of course, make sure you follow all of my other, show your support by following all my other social media. I'm very active on all 3 platforms. So, and of course, YouTube here. So make sure you subscribe. And again, just make sure you pound the like button. If you don't want to do all the other stuff that I said, that's fine. The easiest thing and the best thing you can do for me is just pounding that like button, smashing it like Hulk. All right. So let's get right into it today. Appreciate everyone joining. Feel free to get in the comments. Love to hear y'all's thoughts as well as we go on throughout today's live stream. Fitterer's moves, pressing needs for this team and potential pitfalls that could be a possibility due to some things that we're going to be talking about. So first things first, I'll move that out the way so you can see. Carolina, some Carolina Panthers news I want to go over here real quick with you guys. Now, obviously getting ready for, we're getting ready for some sizzling updates in the world of the Carolina Panthers as we are all gearing up for this highly anticipated week 1 showdown against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Panthers news cycle is buzzing. And excitement and it's intriguing, right? I mean, obviously the headlines lately have just been because Matt Corral's surprising move to the Patriots. It was kind of a twist of fate, right? For Matt Corral. I thought he was destined for the Panthers practice squad, honestly, but obviously found himself snatched up by another team and the New England Patriots got a hold of him. All right. It's a move that carries a hint of irony, though, given the fact that Bill Belichick has orchestrated a deal with the Panthers earlier when, acquiring Corral's draft pick. Now Corral will have the opportunity to learn from the genius himself, Belichick, and offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien. Could we see Corral taking a meaningful snaps in the regular season? We'll see. Only time will tell. I wish nothing but the best for Matt Corral And maybe we'll see him starting in a Patriots uniform one day. Never know. All right. Another thing was Jeremy Chin's transformation draws rave reviews. Really under Evero, I feel like this Panthers defensive philosophy really is undergoing a remarkable transformation, in my opinion. It's shifting. It's shifted to a 3-4 base defense. All right. It's brought some growing pains, but the recent joint practice that we had back with the New York Jets really showcased the unit's potential in some sort of ways, right? One standout was obviously Jeremy Chin. It's just the fact that he's a versatile, big nickel back player, all right? And he turns a lot of heads when you're watching him on the field, all right? Obviously, Dante Jackson has expressed his full confidence in Chin's adaptability and playmaking. As he enters the contract year, Chin seems to be poised for some greatness, I feel like, under Evero's guidance. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what Chin pulls out this year. Brian Burns, obviously mysterious absent from practice. The Panther, everybody was kind of getting in that buzz of speculation, right? That, our star edge rusher was, absent, suspiciously absent from practice, but the team cited personnel reasons for his absence. I'm thinking it's sparking theories about the contract negotiations. And then Frank Wright has remained basically tight-lipped about the situation, really respecting Burns' privacy, and Burns entering the final year of his rookie deal. He deserves a significant extension, in my opinion. All right. And I think with Nick Bosa's potential market resetting deal on the horizon, could this absent be a positive sign for Panthers fans? I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they're going to reach a deal here soon. I said that they weren't going to reach a deal till mid-season. Right before the trade deadline, the actual trade deadline in the NFL season, starts. So I could see that, but time will tell when that comes to fruition, right? We'll see. 8 people watching, make sure you pound the like button. Feel free to get in the comment section, guys. Love to hear y'all's thoughts on some of this stuff as well. Scott Fitterer's insight on the roster growth. So the thing is general manager Scott Fitterer has been navigating roster cuts and maneuvering the Panthers through waiver wire pickups. While some outcomes were met with some approval, right? But I feel like Fitterer seems content with the team's roster growth right now. He's hinted that at a more roster changes are on the horizon before week 1 kicks off. I feel that Fitterer has reaffirmed that this team's goal, obviously, is to win the NFC South, and believes that it's well within reach, even with the influx of new faces and changes. As the roster continues to evolve, obviously, let's just stay tuned for more developments on that and in the coming days and throughout, next week and leading through, I guess, till week 1. But the Carolina Panthers journey is to obviously win games and win this division. All right. The upcoming season promises, I don't know. Well, I'm very lean. I'm very 50-50 right now. Yesterday I did a live stream breaking down the NFC South, each and every team. And then I broke down the Carolina Panthers, and then I broke down their schedule. The floor of our team really is 6 wins. I see the ceiling being 10, but I predict 9 wins. I've seen people predict 8. I've seen people predict 6. I've seen people predict 7. So the predictions are kind of all over the place for this team. So obviously, let's just keep our eyes peeled for more updates as we get ready for, week one. Kevin comes in and says, should we get another QB for practice squad? I would say I wouldn't be opposed. Let's just say that. I wouldn't be opposed, but who's out? The problem is who's out there, who's available, who can we get, right? So we would kind of have to look at in the market, who's out there and available to bring on. So Marcos Cash is coming here and say, what's up, Panther Nation? What's up, Marcos? Appreciate you joining, showing your support. It's Friday. Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm going to be going to the gym after I get off this live stream. And then I got a haircut this morning. Fresh Fridays. That's what I call it. Fresh Fridays. Fresh Fridays are for the haircuts for me. I go get a haircut. Did some work. Prepared for the stream today. Went to Costco. So it's been a good Friday so far. I hope everybody's enjoying theirs. Kevin, shout out to you for coming in and joining the live stream. I appreciate you. Continue showing your support. So anyways, let's move on. So we got some pressing matters that we need to discuss here. All right. So the Carolina pressing needs, I think this is what lies ahead, man. The offensive line depth is a worthy concern. Defensive line depth is a different conundrum. And the cornerback conundrum, depth dilemmas. All right. So when it comes to offensive line, it's very in every turbulent world of the NFL NFL offensive line, we are kind of finding ourselves back into this familiar territory, right? Thin on depth. All right. Now, unlike the fortunate Philadelphia Eagles or the Dallas Cowboys, who are blessed with starting caliber backups, the Panthers have chosen to tread lightly, right? With just 8 offensive linemen on our roster. While they've added some names to the practice squad, the concerns still loom. Okay, youth behind the starters carries both promise and uncertainty, right? So the absence of a veteran backup like Cameron Irving, which I was glad that he's gone because he was not very good, right? But it still raises a little bit of eyebrows because you do want to have some kind of veteran status, at least from a backup standpoint, right? So in today's NFL, right, a versatile veteran linemen are a rare commodity, right? They're a rare commodity in the NFL. So while the hope is that these young guns can step up if injuries strike, the risk of Bryce Young facing a challenging campaign is real. So this is something you have to think about moving forward, going into this season. This is something that we need to keep an eye on as we go forward. And I'm definitely going to be looking at that. We've had the concerns through the preseason with Icky not having a slow start, right? And then you had the right guard issue, right? So, it kind of comes down to, can these younger guys develop and step up with James Campen in their ear? I'm thinking so. I think James Campen is a well-known offensive line coach. He's well-known throughout the NFL. People say some people even say he's the best offensive line coach in the NFL. So hopefully these guys are, the guys that we've got can develop under James Campen. 10 people are watching. Got 11 likes. Continue pounding that like button, guys. If you're just tuning in, appreciate it. All right. So the defensive line depth, a different conundrum, right? So the NFL landscape really offers a interesting view when it comes to the defensive line depth, right? While offensive lines across the league are really crying out for reinforcements. All right. The defensive front is a is a brimming with talent. Okay. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't fully translate for us here with the Panthers. Okay. There are current roster, I feel like needs with just having 5 interior defensive linemen. And the thing is with questions surrounding that rotation, while Raquan Williams, Taylor Stallworth, find themselves on the practice squad, relying on these names for consistency is a gamble. You're taking a risk here. So the absence of a bona fide nose tackle is concerning to me. Injuries happen, and resting hopes on Derek Brown and Shai Tuttle, Deshaun Williams staying healthy all season is risky. General Manager Scott Fitterer, I wish you were listening, and if you are listening, and if you somehow run across my channel, a defensive lineman addition is a must. Okay. To fortify this team and safeguard especially for the run defense, in my opinion. Y'all sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think about these needs, right? We'll get into the cornerbacks here in a second. Again, appreciate y'all joining the live stream. Make sure you pound that like button. All right. But sound off in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Love to hear y'all's thoughts. Don't worry. I'm not going to yell at you or bite or cuss at you or something. Like, I just want to bring some positive. So, just want to bring, so make sure you get in the comment section. Love to hear y'all's thoughts. What's the biggest needs here? So, actually, you know what? I'll start a poll because I kind of want to see what y'all's thoughts are as well. I'll start a poll. Panthers biggest needs? Question mark. And then I'll just put it by, I'm going to put it by, and well, can we add one more? Well, we'll just put defensive line instead, and I'll put this instead. I'll add that in there as well. All right. There you go. I started a poll for you guys. So there's a nice little poll you can vote on, and you can just let me know in the comments as well. Okay. All right. So I started a poll. Let's see. Rocky Two Flavors, CB, he's saying that's the biggest need. You're more than well, but also you can feel free to then the O-line. Okay. Then he's saying the O-line. All right. All right, so let's break down why this cornerback conundrum is a situation, right? Because the cornerback situation post roster cuts raises a lot of eyebrows in my eyes. Okay, the release of Keith Taylor, all right, despite some performances from him, it left me surprised. I actually thought Keith Taylor deserved to be on this roster still. I was kind of hoping we were going to go into the season with 6 corners. So that included, Dante, JC, Troy Hill, CJ, Keith Taylor, and why am I having a brain fart? Why am I having a brain fart right now? That's 5. But I guess I'm thinking of Jeremy Chin because he is going to play nickel some, but and why am I having a brain fart on the player I'm thinking of? Anyways, we'll move on. But it left me in surprise with the Key Taylor cut. All right. Deshaun Jameson off the waivers is a positive move. His PFF grades are above average on every level, which is very promising. And beyond the top 3 veterans, JC Horn, Dante Jackson, Troy Hill, the depth chart seems to black punch. CJ Henderson is on a make or break year, right? We didn't pick up his 5th-year option. And with last season's tape hinting a potential turbulence, I mean, the thing is, nevertheless, coaching improvements might hold the key here. The missed opportunity to snag a talent from the waiver wire leaves the cornerback room thirsting for youth and talent development. So this area warrants a keen eye for me as the team feels kind of top heavy in some positions, and the health of the core roster will be pivotal in Frank Wright's inaugural season. I mean, as we continue to prepare for this, this season, I feel like these are the three needs that are still lingering in the background. So the question is, will reinforcements arrive? Only time will tell as the season unfolds. And hopefully the Panthers, and I'm hoping Scott Fitterer will find answers in the background, or unless they find a solution on the field. So hopefully we can get this figured out. The CB is the biggest. Yes. I think we should at least bring back Jake on PS. Remember 49ers last year, and our O-line is giving up too many sacks. Oh, Jake Luton or Luton. How do you ever pronounce his last name? Luton. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be bad. I mean, I wouldn't mind that either. Still, the question, I also have a question mark that still kind of like is concerning to me, is why we have five tight ends. I mean, I guess there's going to be an offensive scheme that I don't know about, that they're going to be, obviously Richie's a great special teams guy, but he's going to be playing some fullback. He's too small to really be a true tight end. But Hayden, I mean, and Ian Thomas has not looked good. He hasn't done himself any favors. Tommy Tremble's kind of been non-existent. I mean, I know Ian Thomas and Tommy Tremble are great at blocking, but we need a potential vertical threat at that position, and I don't feel like we have it. Besides maybe Hayden Hurst, which Hayden Hurst has looked good. Did anyone pick up Max Duggan? I don't know. That's a good question. I can check real quick. Let's see. Max Duggan. I don't think he's been picked up actually, but I could be wrong. Oh no. He picked up. No, they picked him. The Chargers picked him back up. He signed back with the Chargers for a practice squad contract. So Max Duggan, actually, Marcos, he got picked back up. So, guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for everyone getting in the chat. I love to see everyone getting in the chat. That's the best part about the live streams. It makes it fun. I love hearing y'all's thoughts, and I love chatting with you guys. So, yeah, that's why I always say get in the comment section. It makes the live streams a lot more fun. Also, make sure you pound the like button if you're just joining and you're just tuning in. We're going to move on to the next topic here. Okay. So Carolina Panthers Panthers roster cuts, potential pitfalls ahead. Okay. Now, obviously, hold on. Sorry. Now, obviously, these guys did not get cut. I'm not using them as the guys that got cut. Okay. So let me make that clear. I was putting guys who are still on the team besides Keith Taylor Keith Taylor that got cut, but obviously Nash, Jensen, and Hurst and Williams are still here. So now I know those guys didn't get cut, but we're just talking about these four topics here. So the tight end troubles at a thin line to me. I think the youth over experienced offensive lineman is a gamble. That's what we were just talking about. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper in all of these things. A dearth of defensive line depth, cornerback conundrum, questionable cuts. So yeah, I want to kind of do a little bit of deeper dive into some of these topics that I was just talking about in the last subject. But roster cuts are necessary evil in the NFL. Okay, let's all be honest. They can also be great ways to navigate your roster, though. Okay, and the Carolina Panthers, Scott Fitterer, general manager Scott Fitterer, recently made some bold decisions that might come back and bite us in the ass, in my opinion. All right. So beyond Hayden Hurst, which we were kind of getting into that, which I'm glad that I spoke about that, but it was kind of leading into this next topic here. But the depth chart raises some concerns at the tight end. Okay. While they have retained 5 tight ends, Sullivan's injury, Richie's transition to a fullback hybrid really leaves me some doubts here. Okay. Ian Thomas and Tommy Tremble's non-existent performances could become a sore spot. The decision to stick with these struggling tight ends and then doing these cuts in other positions may be questioned if they fail to step up. So that is my biggest concern there with that, because you could have cut some of these guys like Ian Thomas or Tommy Tremble, one of the guys, or even Richie, depending on who it was, and could have potentially brought in somebody else, or you could have kept Matt Corral. And I kind of would have considered keeping Matt over Ian Thomas or Tommy Tremble, because at least Corral's had shown some potential, some flashes, right? We haven't seen anything out of Tremble or Ian Thomas. And Ian Thomas hasn't done jack shit since he's got here. So it doesn't even make sense for me to bring this guy. The only thing he does well is block. So at this point, we might as well just use him as an offensive lineman if that's the case. Bulk his ass up and then turn him into an offensive lineman, because he's not doing anything else for us. So, so the youth over experience is a concern for me when it comes to this offensive line. All right. The Panthers offensive line depth, like I said earlier, it worries me, because it's a common concern around the NFL, and we can't afford to have protection issues when we got a rookie quarterback, right? So you opting to take talents like Ricky Lee, Nash Jansen over guys like Cam Irving and Michael Jordan. Now, I will say this. I'm glad that Cam Irving and Michael Jordan are gone, okay? And I might be kind of contradicting myself in this, but it still makes me think a little bit, because Michael Jordan was ass. We know that. Cam Irving was ass. We know that, okay? But Ricky Lee and Nash Jensen are basically rookies as well, or they are rookies. What am I saying? All right, because they're inexperienced, and so in key positions, a risky move, especially if injuries strike, right? It's risky, I think. And Fitterer admitted this, though, that the possibility of adding a veteran, a move that might become crucial if the young guns can't deliver. So, that's just the biggest concern for me. I'm hoping, I have a lot of faith in James Campen, though. I have a lot of faith in him as a coach. But it's these guys that are inexperienced, they're young, they're developmental guys, and you got a rookie quarterback. And then if injuries come, are they going to be able to step up? And that's the concern that I have. Patriots got the quarterback. Jeffrey comes in and says, thanks for the vid. No problem, man. Like I said, guys, I'm live Monday through Friday. I'll probably be soon, obviously once the season starts, I'm going to be live Monday through Sunday. I won't be live Saturdays, but then it would be Sunday through Friday. So, because on Sundays or even Thursday night games, I'll be live too. But during the season, I will be doing live streams during the game. I'll be doing like a live play-by-play, live reaction. So you can come in and hang out with me, shoot the shit, just like we are right now. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you pound the like button, get in the chat. Love to hear y'all's thoughts through the live stream today. Appreciate everyone joining and continue showing your support here. It's been a long journey for me. I've been doing this for a while and I love it. So love to continue to grow and continue to bring y'all some awesome content. And I hope y'all enjoy it. Patriots got the quarterback they wanted last year for free. No draft picks, no nothing. Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. It's part of me is wondering, is the issue Fitz, or is the issue Matt Rule, when he was here, right? Are we who was because apparently, they were allowing Matt Rule to make all these decisions, but then it's like, but then Fit comes up to the podium and says, well, we were in this together. So did you really agree with Matt Rule's decision, or was it your decision to do that? It's so confusing to me still with this whole Matt Rule making these decisions. So let me ask y'all a question. Okay. Is Scott Fitterer on the hot seat? Or should he be on the hot seat? Should our GM, Scott Fitterer, be on the hot seat this year? Like, if we don't win more than 8 games, should he be on the hot seat? Should Scott Fitterer be on the hot seat if he doesn't win more than 8 games? That's my question to you guys. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. The hell? I'm sorry. Did we just pick up an experienced lineman the other day? We picked up a guy, but he's on the practice. I'm pretty sure he's on the practice squad. The guy that you're talking about, Kevin, I'm pretty sure he's on the practice squad. He plays left guard and right guard. He played for the Saints. His grading is not very well. He's very below average. From what I was seeing, he allowed last year he allowed 4 sacks, 18 hurries. I think it was 6 quarterback hits, 16 pressures. It's not very good. So, but it was the guy they got from the Saints. What's his name? Oh my God. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can see his face right now. It's bothering me now. I'm gonna have to look it up because I remember it, but I just can't see. I can't remember. I can see his face. Calvin Throckmorton. Calvin Throckmorton. He's been in the league for 3 years. He's a guard. He plays left guard and right guard. He's okay. Like I said, when I looked at his PFF grades, it's not very good. It's not very good. So, he's baking his bacon is cooking right now. I feel that. Why would Fit even bring in that trash? Marcos, you have to call him up and leave him a thing. Tie shuttle. No, are you talking about Shy Tuttle? Because his name's Shy Tuttle, or are you making fun of him? Because I'm not sure. And we brought him in a while back. We're talking this guy we brought in recently after the cuts. We were talking about Miguel. I think we messed up bad letting Matt go to keeping 5 tight ends. Yeah, it just doesn't, unless there's an offensive scheme that I don't know about, which maybe there is, because apparently we've been kind of locked away from this offense, right? No, GM not on hot seat. Okay. Well, you don't have. I didn't say he was. I was just asking y'all. Do y'all think he's in the hot seat? I'm 50-50. I'm not going to say he's in the hot seat. I'm not going to say he's in the hot seat. I'm not going to say that he's not. I'm 50-50 with it. All right, let's continue. So we talked about the tight ends there. We talked about the offensive line gamble. Now the defensive line depth. You're switching to a 3-4 base defensive scheme under Evero. Okay. Which means which it requires a significant adjustment to these players. Okay. So the Panthers defensive line depth is currently pretty paper thin. Okay. Potentially jeopardizing, I think, Frank Reich's plans. Okay. So the lack of a genuine nose tackle and limited backup quality is very worrisome. Okay. You relying on Nick Thurman or LeBron Ray might not be sufficient. Let's be honest. So Scott Fitterer might need to strengthen up these defensive front to ensure the stability, because we were awful against the run last year. And for us to not have a significant true nose tackle is an issue. It's an issue, no matter what way you look at it. And then last but not least, again, the cornerback questionable cuts. I was talking about this, earlier. The quarterback rotation was never a strong suit for us. Okay. There have been surprising cuts when it came to finalizing this 53-man roster, and it raised questions for me. Relying on J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson as the starting outside tandem, with J.C. Horn as the presumed third option, is a risky proposition because of the fact that CJ and JC have yet to be able to play a full season and stay healthy. And I will be honest with you, I think Dante Jackson, if he doesn't stay healthy this year through the whole season and doesn't play at least 15 games, we could possibly seeing him being moved out of here by next year. He might even if he gets injured this year, that could be a move that could be possibly be made. And J.C. Horn, if he doesn't stay healthy, then there's going to be a lot of questions around him being injury prone. Right? You cut Stanley Thomas Oliver III. You cut Keith Taylor. You cut Eric Rowe. Right? I know that we brought some of these guys back on. Right? But it leaves the Panthers in a thin, dependable options. And then the waiver wire pickup, you pick Deshaun Jameson up, which offers some hope. His PFF grades from Texas were very, very high. Very high, like above average high in all categories except one. He was like a little bit below. But other than that, there's a lot of hope there with this kid. So still adding another option here should be a priority, given the fact of the injury histories that we've had with Horn and Jackson. Yeah, I mean, the 2022 draft, besides JC, it's going to be a draft that we're going to want to forget. It's going to be a draft that you're going to want to forget because we passed up on some guys that we could have got there besides JC. I'm just saying. And I'm a Gamecock fan saying this, and I love JC. I have, because of being a Gamecock fan, but also a Panthers fan, which is kind of, ironic, but it's still the fact of the matter that if you can't, I mean, no offense, the best ability is availability at the end of the day, guys. We all know that. When it comes to NFL football, the best ability is availability, right? Guys, there's 15 people watching. Make sure you pound the like button. Feel free to get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and concerns. GM needs fixed offensive line, defensive line. Yep, that's what we're talking about here. Most of the players Fit has drafted are no longer on the team except Horn, Chin, and Brown. So, as we continue to brace ourselves for this 2023 season, there's some potential pitfalls that are going to be looming large around this team. All right. I think Fitterer's aggressive recruiting strategy could either yield the right results, or it could place us under the spotlight, right? All right. So with an ample salary cap space at our disposal, I feel that the Panthers have the means to address these issues. Whether they act swiftly or they face the consequences on the field remains to be seen, right? At the end of the day, we need to fix this issue, and taking these risks and gambles is, I'm not too sure how I feel about it. Obviously there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of unknown though too as well. So either we're going to shine or we're going to get burned. It's going to be one or the other. TMJ is rarely on the field. Yep. So, so that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. Honestly, it's just those are just my concerns, man. Going into the we're prepping for this week 1 matchup, so it's a concern. All of these are concerns. So I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. I'll keep the stream going for about 15 more minutes. We can do a nice little YGM and Trimble were drafted by Fitterer too, right? Well, we got YGM. Yeah. I think you're right, Jeff. I'm having a brain fart on that. Let's see. Third Close Matos. He was drafted in 2021. So yeah. But that was Matt Rule too. Trimble was as well. I think Trimble was same year. Was he the same year that Gross Matos was? Yeah, 2021, 3rd round pick. I mean, YGM and Trimble were in that 2021 draft class. I don't know, man. That 2021 draft class, 2022 might be ones we want to forget about. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they haven't done nothing. The contribution has not been there. That's what I was getting at with Trimble. The contribution hasn't been there, man. It's just, I had some hopes for Trimble because of the fact of, Ian Thomas. The Ian Thomas not, producing. And I was thinking this guy could be like a versatile kind of guy to step in and, take care of some things, but he hasn't done nothing. I feel like we've been going after. I feel like a lot of the tight ends we've drafted are really are just blocking tight ends. They're not no vertical threats. Like, it's hard to get guys like a Dalton Kincaid or a TJ Hawkinson kind of guy to, in these drafts. I'm concerned I'm concerned. Can they protect Bryce? We're going to find out. Right? I mean, we're going to find out if they can protect Bryce. Icky has had a slow start. He's not looked too good through preseason. We all know that. He's not. The problem is he's great at he's great on protection when it comes to run plays, but when it comes to being more of a pass protector at the left tackle position, it's an issue, right? I mean, we drafted you because we wanted you to be that guy to come in and step up and be an all, a all pro left tackle at be a part of this future here. And you're getting passed by second team players on the team. And it's when these guys who are speed rushers, they're not power rushers, they're speed rushers, and they're just using their speed to get around him because his footwork is so slow. So that's an issue. I think Chandler Zavala, I think he's got a lot of promise right there at the right guard position. You know what I mean? I think I like where he's at. I like that him being at right guard till Corbett gets back. I don't want Corbett to come back until his knee is fully 110% fully recovered. I know ACL injuries are not the easiest to come back from, but I don't want him coming back into the starting lineup until it's 100%. And I don't care if we're losing or we're getting blown away right there, at the right guard position. I want that guy to be 100% before he comes back. Because when he comes back, that right side's gonna be very, very. It's gonna be a brick wall over there. Because Corbett's very good. Corbett's better than a lot of people, or more than I realized last year. Let's see what the NFL kid says. Yo, bro, got home early from school today. Did you see Matt Corral waving? Yeah, we were just talking about that, man. We were just talking about that. Good experiment would be to swap Icky and Brady. Marcus Cash, I've said that on my show before. I think Brady wouldn't be a bad move over there. He only allowed I think it was like 3 sacks last year, 4 sacks at the left guard position, but overall he was pretty solid. PFF graded him pretty well actually for his last year's performance. So at the left guard position, obviously, which wasn't bad. And he showed some promise. I'm hoping that I'm not going to say the Icky issue is going to be too huge of a problem yet. I don't think it's going to be that bad. So, we'll see. I'm hoping that maybe the slow start, kind of was like how it was last year with Icky, right? He had a slow start, but then throughout the season, he was, progressing and progressing. So hopefully that's the case with him. I think we need someone who can take Icky's place if he isn't performing. The problem is who's going to do that unless you switch him. That's the thing. You're going to have to switch him. That's a tough call. I mean, you could switch Brady there, but I mean, then you but then here's the thing. Another thing you could do is maybe move Zavala to the left guard. Or you could put Zavala at the left tackle, but I think he's too small for the left tackle. I'd need to look at his size again before I confirm that. But now I think that if you're going to do anything, you would move Christensen to the left tackle and move Icky on the inside. Because I don't think we have anybody that can really replace him, unfortunately. Nice. Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, it just comes down to the fact that we've just had a lot of questionable moves through the years. And the thing is it comes down to now that you have a rookie quarterback. And this whole offseason we're getting this vanilla offense. The thing was also you're confusing your players with this vanilla offense, right? And the whole time they're going through training camp, they're using the actual playbook. And then they're only using 25 plays on offense and 25 plays on defense. The communication's off. Even Frank Wright admitted that. There's too many. There shouldn't be that many issues. It shouldn't be. I mean, I get it that Frank Wright. This is not Frank Wright's first year of head coaching, right? It's not Thomas Brown's first time being an offensive coordinator. Okay. Well, I guess he wasn't a true offensive coordinator over in LA, but it's not like it's Evero's first time being a defensive coordinator, but it's like we shouldn't have these miscommunications and these issues with this team. We just shouldn't. And the moves that we're making, just some of it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not going to say that it's going to be, it's not like a make or break season for our team. It's just, I felt like we bringing in Bryce and the developmental players that we have developed, like Christensen, like, Icky, guys like that, Chen, Horn, Burns, Brown, Luvu, those guys, Xavier Woods, for example. I felt like that with guys like that on your team, and you should be able to win more games than 7. But from what we've seen, obviously it's preseason. That's where you're ironing out your kinks. This is your off season. That's where you're ironing out your kinks. And I know I sound like a broken record player because I've said it multiple times. But these are still some concerns for me when it comes to our team, and it's some depth issues. and taking youth over veteran and experience is it's kind of concerning to me. It's not like overly concerning because like I said, I feel like James Campen can develop our offensive linemen. I feel like Evero is a good enough defensive coordinator to develop anybody on the defense. It just comes down to, I guess it's like what they're saying. It's like it just comes down to everything meshing and fitting and clicking together, and we'll find out if it meshes and clicks and all that together once we play Atlanta. I won't say after just one game, but I will say by the bye week, we'll know where we stand. We will know. Usually you know where you stand even after the first 3-4 games. We'll know where we stand. And I think Bryce is elite enough to take us for the future, take us as far as this team can go talent-wise. I think we're very good on both sides of the ball. I think we can be very good on both sides of the ball. There's a lot of potential, but there is a lot of question marks, and there's a lot of unknowns. But for Bryce, the thing is with him is he can only go so far as long as his offensive line takes him. You know, I've said that before. It's as far as the offensive line will take Bryce. That's what it comes down to. If this offensive line can protect him, he'll throw for over 3,000 yards this year. You know, the wide receiver injuries is also a concern. I've even spoken upon that today. You know, the Abdul Simmons, they should bring former Hall of Famer. I mean, I'm sure they can reach out to him. I'm sure he wouldn't. I'm sure they can reach out to him. He's on the Jake. I'm pretty sure he's on the. I think he's on that podcast with Jake Delhomme, if I'm not mistaken. I was amazed that the defense was getting so many runs and passes going by them. I didn't see the love as yet. Yeah, I mean, the biggest concern for me is not as much as the passing game, because when we are fully healthy in the corner position, the passing game, we are pretty. When J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson are healthy and fully healthy, we can see what that passing defense can really do. I think Jeremy Chin is a smart move at the nickel position. I think that's a great move by him. I'm kind of curious of what the versatility is going to look like with him, with Jeremy Chin. How much is he going to be playing, linebacker, and how much is he going to be playing the nickel? Are we going to see him in the safety position at all? I don't know, because of Woods and Bell, right? So we'll see. Abdul said, I played Canadian football for 3 years for the Hamilton Tigers. That's cool, man. That's cool. What was it? I wonder what that was like, playing in the Canadian Football League. Wonder what that was like. Dude, this guy in my neighborhood is riding around on one of those. He's literally reading a book and riding around on one of those like 2-wheel things that you know what I mean? Like the kids are always on, and they're just like, it's like one of those scooters, but it's like, I guess you maneuver it with your feet or whatever. That's kind of a waste, right? Not even getting your steps in, man. No exercise there. But yeah, that's another concern. Can our wide receivers, DJ Chark's hamstring, concussion protocol for LaVisca, and then TMJ's back issue. That's another issue. So there's a lot of issues on this team right now, and I know that a lot of us are concerned, and I'm concerned. I'm trying to stay as positive as I can, because I feel like this team's is good enough to win 8 to 10 games. I think the talent wise is there. It's just that, can we stay healthy? And are we finally going to see this true defensive playbook, this true offensive playbook that they've been talking about, right? Can James Campen develop these young guys, right? Are we going to end up, are we ever going to have a true nose tackle? Can Dante Jackson, JC Horn stay healthy? There's a lot of issues, at least from that standpoint, but I'm not going to continue repeating myself. I do believe that this team is talented enough, though, to win 8 to 10 games. It just comes down to us staying healthy, I think, and developing these guys. So who knows? Luckily enough, we've got 6 games at the beginning of the season. We get a bye week. So, I guess I feel like maybe if we can win 2 to 3 games before the bye week, and as these guys are developing, hopefully some miracles can happen. Oh man, I appreciate everyone joining. Make sure you pound that like button. We have 17 people in here, only 13 likes. So make sure you pound that. If you do anything to help me out with this channel and me continue bringing daily content to you guys, make sure you pound the like button. That's the best thing you can do. All right. Subscribe. You can also subscribe to the channel. That helps as well. But there's no pressure there. Feel free to, I love hearing y'all's comments. So make sure every time you come in here, get in the comment section, guys. I like to hear y'all's thoughts. Because it makes the live stream more fun to chat with you guys on a personal level as well. Also, you can check me out on the Discord link is another good way, guys, right here. The Discord link, I put it at the beginning of the chat. It's all the way up at the top. It's a good way to connect with me on a personal level. It's free. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is sign up and, just chat with me there. Also, check out betusa.com. That's a sponsorship of today's live stream. Make sure you check them out. Sign up for free today. You get 125% bonus. I think I got some stuff from them in the mail, which I need to go over and look at because I might have some more like promo codes and stuff like that for you guys. Also, make sure that, and also feel free to share the live. That also goes a long way. But if anything you can do, by coming in here, is get in the comment section and just pound that like button like it owes you money. And also feel free to follow me on any of these other platforms. I'm very active on all of those. So make sure you go check me out there as well. But other than that, here, just make sure you pound the like button. That goes a long way. That's all I ask. All right. Do you think they hired the right head coach for the team? Because questions, roster moves, offensive look bad in preseason. So it's like I said earlier. I'm going to call you Mr. Simmons because I do not want to botch your first name because I feel like I might. And it's nothing against you. I'm just terrible with names. I don't think that we made the wrong move. I think that we have the best head coach. Justin Graham's. I'll get to your comment there, Justin. Do you think they hired the right head coach for the team? I think so. I mean, if you look at the head coaches in our division, Frank Wright's the best head coach. He's the only one that has a winning record than any of them. Okay. Arthur Smith is 14-20. Dennis Allen is 13-28. And we all know about Todd Bowles and his time at the Jets and all that. We've seen what he does. He's ass. And Todd Bowles might be one of the worst head coaches in the NFL, in my opinion, because I've never seen a guy that has no emotion when a bad play happens. He has no nothing. He's a stone wall, and he's boring. He's absolutely boring. So that's something we have going for us because they all have losing records, right? I mean, at least from a standpoint of a head coaching staff, I would say, Frank Wright's better than all of them. The roster moves. I mean, Frank Wright has to say, but at the end of the day, Scott Fitterer is, I'm pretty sure, the one who makes the final decision, right? I mean, he does have some, obviously he's telling Scott who we should take, who we should not, but you know, um, at the end of the day, it's Scott Fitterer has the final decision. So, but the reason why the offensive looked bad is because we were running a vanilla playbook and there was a lot of miscommunication, all this stuff. They were only picking certain plays. And then, sometimes Frank Wright was calling plays. Then the next, round of offensive drive, it was, Thomas Brown. And honestly, I think Thomas Brown needs to take over the offensive coaching. It won't happen until probably mid-season or after the bye week, if anything, because when you have Frank Wright is known for developing quarterbacks. That's what he's known for. And he's going to be the guy that's running the plays because of the fact we have a rookie quarterback. So until I guess he feels that Bryce is kind of, he's ready to release the reins over to Thomas Brown. We'll see. Man, your poll is hard to answer. To be honest, this team is very thin through many units. Yep, it is. It's a tough poll. That's why I put it up there. CBDL offensive. Okay, so cornerback, defensive line, offensive line all are in an injury or two away from being a very bad spot. Yep, that's what we were discussing today. I'm trying to stay as positive as possible, but we also have to be realistic with ourselves, right? We can't not be just these. Like, I'm a fan. I'm going to ride or die with the Panthers, right? No matter what. I wouldn't have started a YouTube channel if I was not a ride or die person. But, it's just, it is what it is. Until we either see some improvement or, maybe my realistic expectations are too much. I don't know. It was fun field. It's longer than an NFL field, and coach gave me a chance to start it on special teams, then backup running back. That's cool, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it at least, though. I'm sure that was a journey. Better than Rule. That is not saying much. He's just complacent. We need urgency. Ron Rivera didn't show much emotion when he was here. Yeah, I mean, Frank Wright is just, he's very tight-lipped, right? Like he's not going to spill. I mean, obviously he's not going to spill the beans, right? So in my opinion, we've got to just see how this season progresses, how it goes. We will know I will say we will know where we stand between 3 to 4 games, maybe even until, once we get to the bye week. I like to try to give him at least 6 games, 3 to 5 games to see where we really stand. So we'll see where this team stands up to that point, especially with the teams we're going up against. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a journey. I'm strapping myself in. It's Carolina Panthers ride or die for me. And I'm here for the long haul, and I'm just going to continue riding this out, man. And of course, I'm still going to be continue bringing y'all content every single week, every single day, 24/7, Sunday through Friday, because like I said, next Sunday, I will be live. I will be doing a live play-by-play for that game against the Atlanta Falcons. But the week after, I'm going to try to set up a meetup in Charlotte for the week 2 Monday Night Football game. I'm going to be in Charlotte that weekend, and I'll be there for the game as well on Monday night. So hopefully, if anybody's in Charlotte or is going to the Saints game, let me know. I'm going to do a nice little meetup and, have some fun. Grab a beer, some bite to eat, and go have some fun and go watch some football. So appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button. If you're new here and you're a Carolina Panthers fan or an NFL fan, well, this is the channel for you. Again, my name is Clay. I am a NFL content creator and a Panthers creator. I will be doing a giveaway here soon. Once we reach that 2,500 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. Probably a jersey giveaway. Jersey of your choosing. So the person who wins, I will do that. But here's the thing. When I do the giveaway, I'm not going to buy the jersey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a NFL .com or fanatics.com gift card, and I'll send it to you. Because every time I the last time I did a jersey giveaway, I bought the wrong size for the person, and I was like, it was ridiculous. I'm just like, can you not be grateful that I just did a jersey giveaway? So, anyways, it was a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to do a jersey. I'm going to do a jersey giveaway, but I'm going to do a gift card because it's so much easier that way. And then that way you can just buy it or I could just Venmo you the money and you go buy the jersey, right? Whatever. Or I could just do a call with you and I buy the jersey and send it to your house, whichever case may be. I agree, but we can't not step into a dogfight with a pup. They are just la-di-da, skip along the field and going to get smacked in the face 4, 5, 6 times before people decide to light a fire. John, you know? Exactly. Exactly. You put it in better terms than I did. Well, guys, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream today. Make sure you pound that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Feel free to share the live anytime. I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to go get myself ready for the gym. Time to go hit some shoulders and some cardio and continue to enjoy this beautiful day here where I'm at. It's a beautiful sunny day here, and I'm going to take full advantage of that. Shane came in. Geez, we need all these equally, but for Bryce's sake, I say receiver that can separate. Gotcha. I see you, Shane. I get it. There's a lot of needs, man. We'll find out what we really need once, like I said, we will find out where this team stands. I bet you, I guarantee you after 3 or 4 games, maybe 5, we will know where this team stands. So anyways. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to go enjoy the day. It's beautiful out. So I appreciate one joining, and I appreciate everyone. Continue showing your support. And then also, guys, check out betusa.com, the sponsorship of today's video. College football's back. There's NFL football next week. I know there are some betting degenerates in here who would love to get some free bets. So if you sign up for free with BetUSA today, you get 125% bonus on your first bet. Okay. Then you use promo code Pantherology when you put in your bet. Use promo code Pantherology. They'll take 25% off of whatever bet you have. They'll take they'll add 25% more. So they'll match it up to 150%. So if you bet $100, right, or whatever, they'll match 150% of $100 to your bet, which means then you can earn more money. And then if you win, it's basically free money from that point on. And it's easy to cash out. Very user-friendly. So go check it out, all right? All right, I'm hopping off, guys. Appreciate y'all joining. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all next week. Keep pounding, everyone. Peace out. Enjoy the day.